Right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and the Wine Watch has one of the best open door policies of any company in the business. We will see any person in the distribution business, see 3 people a day, 3 suppliers, 5 days a week, and it's good to see one of the local Psalms here, Sebastian, get into the business of distribution, bringing in some small family-owned wineries, some great values. This is what you get when you have someone that knows what they're doing, man. Superior products, great prices, because he's got low overhead. And let me tell you, man, some of the stuff we had here today, some of the best values I've had in their respective categories thus far this year, like the Domaine Doudeau Léger Sancerre, and this is a classic textbook Sancerre, $21. What a great little value. 3rd generation, family-owned winery. It's got that seashell-like minerality to it, the nuance of lime, citrus, passion fruit, a touch of the green herbs, fresh and bright on the palate, a good amount of that citrus and tropical fruit with that tongue-tingly minerality, just leaving your mouth salivating for food. Excellent. Like I said, man, a great value, $21. All right, the Domaine Seguinot Bordet Chablis. Classic Chablis, 35-year-old vines here, all stainless and very clean and fresh style. We love that salty, minerally character you get from Chablis. Green apples, white flowers, really textbook, that briny, minerally seashell character coming through on the finish. Really refreshing. Notes of those white flowers at the end. Very good juice. Again, $21. All right, and then the Fourchaume, one of the most popular premier crus in Chablis, and this wine's got a lovely richness to the bouquet. Definitely a few steps up from the Village Chablis, that lemon, lime, citrus, green apple, that seashell mineral character, white flowers. Very, much more intense on the palate. That's what you get when you step up to Grand Cru from Village. A lovely creamy texture from that minerality there. The candied lime, citrus, floral notes coming in through the finish. Excellent juice at $32.25. One of the best values in Premier Cru Burgundy. Premier Cru Chablis. All right, on to Pouilly Fuisse, an area of the Macon that is getting a lot of attention, and you're going to see some of the vineyards elevated to Premier Cru in this region of the Macon very soon. This one, Domaine Gonon, again, all these wines, I've never heard of any of these producers, but excellent little values. At $24, this wine sees a little bit of oak, but older barrels, and a nice touch of that brioche-like character you get from Pouilly Fuisse, some light flinty minerally notes, candied lemon, pineapple fruits, bright and refreshing on the tongue. Nice length and complexity here. A touch of that brioche on the finish, and even better on the second day. Excellent juice. All right, at Vincent Latour. Latour, very popular name in Burgundy, but this not that Latour. This is a Meursault Clos de Magny, a Lieu D. Good amount of minerality here too. That limestone soil really showing through. Hints of flintly, smoky notes. Ripe tree fruit, lemon drop candy. Really nice richness on the tongue. Meursault to me is kind of more California-esque than any of the other appellations of Burgundy, with that rich fruit and really nice length on the palate. Good acidity. These 2003s already showing nicely, and an excellent example of Village Meursault at $57. And then the Vincent Latour Meursault Rouge. Wait a minute. I didn't think there was an AC for Rouge wine in Meursault. I thought it was called Blandy Pissus Le Bois, or maybe that's just Jobard's. Anyways, a very tiny amount of wine classified as red in Meursault. This one, the first one I've ever had. Light cherry fruit, pretty floral notes, exotic spices here on the bouquet. Really light, but not light in nuance. One of the things I love about the Pinot Noir varietal. Pretty red berry fruit, a nice touch of spice and smoothie tannins at the end. Excellent juice at $31.50. Wow, great little value. All right, the Domaine Vincent Volnay up next, and this wine's got a little darker fruit, raspberry, notes of brown spice, dried flowers, a little meaty character here as well as this wine opens up. A bit of tannin showing on this wine at the end. Some nice gamey notes as well. 20% new oak. You get some nice spice there lasting through the finish. Excellent juice at $45. On to the Capuano Ferreri Santenay, and it doesn't really sound like a French producer. Anyways, this is a more masculine style here, the Santenay, with dark raspberry, dark cherry fruits, and brown spices, pretty floral notes, a little hint of new leather coming out as this wine opens, bright black raspberry fruit on the tongue with some tannins here, a nice hint of dark spice at the end, and a little dryness, but excellent juice at $26.25. 2014 Martinolles Pinot Noir Pays Doc. Usually I don't like to see those words after the word Pinot Noir, but I'll tell you, this wine for $13.50, a very good little value. Some light smoky notes to the cranberry and strawberry fruit. Simple but pleasant. You don't get much for Pinot Noir in the under $15 category, but this is a light and easy drinking Pinot. Pretty floral notes, some spice at the end there. A very good little wine for a Pays-Doc Pinot. All right, the Chateau Moulin La Grangere Saint-Emilion Grand Cru 2010. Man, I am picking up as many 2010s as I can that are still out there. This is a 6-hectare family-owned blend of 70% Merlot, Cabernet, and Cabernet Franc make up the rest of the blend. And fairly earthy bouquet here. You get a lot of that terroir out of these 2010s. Notes of coffee, tobacco spice, dark plum, and currant berry fruit. Really nice complexity on the nose. Still pretty solid on the second day. A nice core of fruit here on the tongue, some nice earthy and herbal character showing through on the finish, as well as a firm hand of acidity holding everything together. At 31.50, excellent juice. The Akrasia Cabernet Sauvignon from Rutherford. Wait a minute. What's the French guy doing in Napa? Well, you got to have some Napa wine, man. They're easy to sell, man. You know, you got your foot in the door with a lot of accounts with a good Napa wine. This is a tiny estate bottle of wine. I'd never heard of it. Only 2 acres, only 120 cases of this wine produced. And it's $66, man. It's not cheap, but for a small producer from Rutherford, yeah, that's not that expensive. Rutherford Dust, you get some of that cedar and cigar box spice there, red currants, notes of sweet herbs. Very balanced and smooth style of Cabernet with fine tannins. These 2012s are pretty showy for young wines, but this wine will last for 5-10 years easily in the cellar. The herbal character coming through on the finish here. Excellent juice at $66. And then the Lillian Ladou's Saint Estèphe. Bit of a green vegetal note to this wine. This 2012, but some nice cigar box spice, fresh earth, light red berry fruit. These 2012s, not really long-term wines. Hey, I know it's Bordeaux. You can still keep it for probably 8 or 10 years. I would have likened them maybe to 2002, wines that are going to peak very early, but charming wines to drink now, and we need a vintage like that from Bordeaux on a regular basis because, you know, the 2010s and 9s, great vintages need 10, 20 years or more in the cellar. That's what we had to drink with our friend Sebastian. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.